Hello everyone, welcome to my video games and graphic engines oral presentation. My name is David Gomez Corredor. Today we will be discussing this topic divided into three parts. The first part is the introduction. We are going to discuss what is a game engine, which is a reusable software layer to separate common game concepts and also the game assets. When we say assets, we are talking about, for example, some of the physics which are used commonly all along the gameplay. There are also some functionalities we may think about, which are the rendering engine. It means 2D and 3D graphics, input handling, sound, game loops, memory management, physics engine, process threading, scripting, artificial intelligence, as for example the NPCs and things like that. And there are other things which are also important, which are not shown over here, but we have the localization support, streaming, and multi-platform publishing. Regarding game engines, today we have some trends which are being noticed. The first one is the used programming language, which is being deployed to produce some of the most successful games today. There we have things like Python, C++, C#, and Java. Also, we have the same code base in cross-platforms publishing. It means the desktop environments, mobile devices, and game console systems. These two trends can lead us to a new concept called middleware. The middleware are nothing more than three third-party libraries which can ameliorate or can improve the productivity which is generated by the programming languages we have already discussed. Now, let's talk about the first graphic engine, which is Unity. Unity is scripted in two types of programming languages. The first one is the C#, and after we have the Unity script. Talking about the price, it is free for indie developers and companies with turnover less than 100,000 US dollars. Now, regarding the features, we can say it is a component-based workflow. It means that it's modular and it's flexible, and this is just enough for complex mechanics. We can say also that simple scenes can be accomplished without a line of code. Of course, we are talking about no complete game mechanics in these scenes, right? We have a visual editor plus an IDE, which can lead just to a rapid prototyping. One of the most important features about this game engine is that it possesses a big community. Now, it is able to export to 15 platforms. Some examples of them are iOS, Android, Windows, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, etc. Now it's time for our second game engine, which is Unreal Engine, which is scripted in C#. It is known by its impressive visuals compared to the Unity. For example, here we can look an example of a game which is called Mass Effect 2, and it is very recognizable because it has awesome graphics. It is capable of supporting any game genre. For example, even through the environments. Some of the advantages we have with Unreal Engine are, for example, that there are some community improvements, the learning experience for curious developer is high. Also, there's a blueprint visual scripting, which is a node-based interface to create gameplay elements from within the editor. This all leads to an advantage, and the advantage is that the designers can prototype and experiment with almost all concepts generally available just to programmers. There are of course other great game engines at CryEngine, which is the engine for the first Far Cry. I think it's a very famous game you may know. we have Turkey and the Hex Flixel. They have awesome features which unfortunately we cannot discuss today because of a matter of time, but they are very nice to keep it into account. In a nutshell, we can say that there is no such thing as a better graphic engine than another. We have to first ourselves three questions. What kind of video game we want to develop? What experience in programming do I have? My background? What is the level of effort I want to put into the development of the game? Also, I can give you a recommendation. Unreal Engine and Unity game engines are a good choice for developing from the simplest games to AAA level games. So if you want to get started in this kind of market, they will be a nice option to take into account. So thank you for being with me today in this presentation. I hope you're really well, and see you next time.